Hello, nieces and niestos. Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista. She is I and I am her. And over here we do mainly things fragrances, whether it's body or home. And today we are going to do fragrance. And it is my September haul, you guys. So if you're interested in hearing and seeing all the things that I got in the month of September in regards to fragrances. So let's get into this haul, you guys. So those of you who have been around, you know that I have said that I was going to be on a no-buy since the summer. I think it was like the month of June or July. Well, I have not quite been successful at that, but we're going to get there. But in the meantime, let's continue on with this haul. So you guys, the first fragrance that I picked up in September actually was not an intended purchase. I went in because it's one of the newly released fragrances and I just wanted to smell it. I went to Sephora and I wanted to sample it with no idea of what it was. I just had heard that it had teak wood in it and I was like, okay, I'm here, so I may as well sample it. So this is the Chance Eau Fraiche, and this is the EDP. This is a more intense version of the EDT, which was released in 2006, I believe. So here they are now with the EDP, which they have for all of the Chance, because I have had the EDT in the Etendre, and I currently have the EDP in the Etendre. So this is the Eau Fraiche Etendre. And like I said, the reason that I wanted to get it, because when I looked at the scent notes, it's supposed to be like this woodsy citrus type of fragrance. So it has a citrus note in it. It has that teak wood in it, and it has some aldehydic notes in it. So I was thinking, okay, this would be a perfect transition scent. So I purchased it, and I don't really know how I feel. Well, I kind of know how I feel about it, but I don't want to say it because it could just be that it's not the right time for it, or the fragrance needs to macerate a little bit more. So this was a purchase, and yes, there's a dent, and the reason the dent is here is because I had to decant it so I can carry it with me, because the fragrance does not last very long. So the next fragrance I purchased, you guys, I purchased this fragrance solely to have a frame of reference to another fragrance that I purchased this month. So the fragrance that I'm speaking of is the Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense. So I opted to get the intense version since we are approaching fall. Well, we're already in the season, but you know, the fall weather, you know, start to get cooler weather. And anytime that I think, or the times that I have sampled the original Donna Born in Roma, I just always thought of it as a very sugary, sweet fragrance. Never really sparked my entrance, but because I knew that I was going to get their latest release, I was like, well, let me get a frame of reference to kind of like reference it, because I do have something from the House of Valentino, but it's the Yellow Dream, and it's totally different from the original Donna Born in Roma series. So it's a cool little fragrance. I guess I like it. It has some vanilla bourbon, it has some jasmine and some benzoin, but I think it's this benzoin that just did not agree with my body on this particular day. So I'm going to wait till it get a little bit cooler, and then I'm going to retry this and see how I truly feel about it. So again, this is Donna Born in Roma Intense by Valentino. All right, so the next fragrance, the one that we all were so excited and hyped about, is the Valentino Donna Born in Roma Double P. So the bottle is beautiful, vibrant, pretty, and it's a nice fragrance. It's a cute fragrance. It's a sugary sweet type of fragrance. It does put me in the mind of the original one, and this actually even smells like pink sugar to me, in my opinion. But I am glad to have this in my collection because I do think that this is a limited edition item, and I'm really excited about it. So I do think that this fragrance is just a cute fragrance. I wasn't overly excited about it. I'm sure you can come up with some really great combos for this fragrance. So we'll be experiencing this a little bit more. So again, this is the Pink Double P by Valentino, Donna, born in Roma. All right, the next fragrance I got, this is also a recent release, and I went backwards and forth. Do I want it? Do I want it? Because I know that I need to get a refill or buy a new bottle of my beloved from this house. And this is from the house of YSL. And this is the YSL Libre L'Absolu. The one before this is my favorite, which is the Libre L'Parfum. But this is the L'Absolu. And it's very fresh, airy, metallic, aldehydic. It's a really pretty fragrance, you guys. It really is. And this is the Libre that I feel is more unisex. It is absolutely stunning. I like this fragrance. I really do like it. I don't think I like it more than the La Parfum. That's my favorite one. But I'm glad that I now have this in my collection. So again, this is Libre L'Absolu from YSL. All right, now this one I was so excited about. I have had my eye on this fragrance, I know, over a year. Just didn't purchase it up until now. And now I have it and I am so excited about it, you guys. But this is Escapade Gourmande from Maison Mataha. Mataha, yeah. Maison Mataha. And this is the only fragrance that is in this house. This brand, this is the only fragrance, you guys. And this is a true simplistic but makes a statement type of vanilla fragrance. This is absolutely beautiful, you guys. If you were in the market for a vanilla fragrance that's a true vanilla fragrance and it's a great mixer and it's long lasting, you will want to get this. Now be careful with the long lasting. Don't mistake the long lasting for projection and sillage, because this is not that type of fragrance. This is a very intimate fragrance, but the fragrance lasts all day. And that's what I like about this fragrance. It makes it very mysterious, because normally when we have fragrances that just last all day, you know, you're kind of like getting compliments all day. But this fragrance right here, I did not get one compliment on this fragrance the day that I wore. And I normally get compliments on my fragrance, but it is so good, you guys. And I enjoyed it. So this is a very personal fragrance for me. I completely enjoyed it. And I'm excited about it, you guys. So again, this is Escapade Gourmande from Maison Mataha. The next fragrance is something that I kind of like. I've experienced and sampled. Someone had given me a coufret of the original one, and it was just, you know, a designer fragrance that I didn't think a whole lot about, you know. And during those times, I was so deep off into my Bun Number 9 world till there weren't many things that could impress me, you know, at a certain point in my life if it wasn't Bun Number 9. I'm just being honest. But this fragrance, I've heard a lot about it. Being in the community before I became a content creator in the community, you hear about it. And I remember hearing Jeremy say, this is the ultimate wifey fragrance. So I was in Macy's going to purchase bed linen, and I found myself at the perfume counter, and the associate, she just raved and raved and raved about this fragrance. So I'm like, it has to be her favorite. So she convinced me and I liked it, and so I now have Mon Guerlain Intense in the collection. So she's nice. I do think that she is a mature type of fragrance, and it's a doggone good fragrance. I'm not going to even hold you guys. It's good. So now I have her in my collection, and here we go. Okay, so that's Mon Guerlain Intense. This fragrance has been on my wish list. I actually ordered this fragrance from Bun Number 9's site when it first was released, but something was going on and my order was canceled. You know, my money was released from being pending at the bank, and it just took me through a lot. So we were embarking into the springtime, so I was like, I'll just wait. So I waited and I now have it in my collection. So this is New Harlem from Bun Number 9. Now, in the previous times with New Harlem, New Harlem is a returning fragrance to Bun Number 9. And mostly men, if you go and research this on YouTube, it's a fragrance that mostly men tend to review. But you guys, this fragrance is good. It is definitely a gourmand fragrance from Bun Number 9. And I want to say this is probably one of their first gourmand fragrance. This was before New Bun Street. This came out before New York Nights. Those remind me of gourmand scents. But this right here is definitely probably the most gourmand fragrance that they have in their collection, because it has this syrupy, maple syrupy, sweet type of fragrance note to it. And I think this fragrance has some lavender in it, but it's a really nice fragrance. And during the time that it was out in previous times, it was just different for me when I would sample it to grasp my mind around, because I don't think I really knew much about gourmand fragrances. I was just a perfumey, floral, some woody, amber type of girl. I wasn't really even heavy into the vanillas. But I now have New Harlem in the collection, and you all know that Bun Number 9 is my favorite fragrance house. No matter how many other fragrances I buy, I really enjoy Bun Number 9 fragrances. Been a fan of them for many years. So again, this is New Harlem from Bun Number 9. All right, so the next fragrance is, I want to show you the packaging because I was impressed. All right, so this is one of the Arabian fragrances that you can get off of Amazon. TikTok made me do it, so you can find it on TikTok. All the girls are raving about it. It's even here in the YouTube world. I've heard so many content creators say that this was a dupe for Billie Eilish. So I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this because my Billie Eilish is nearly out, and that's one of my favorite fall winter fragrances, so much so until I only have about 2 uses left in the Billie Eilish. So instead of getting the Billie Eilish, I just opted to get this. This is Nebras Gold from Lattafa. And one comes in silver too. I haven't heard much about this one, but everything that the girl said in TikTok and YouTube land is true, because this is definitely a dupe for Billie Eilish, the Gold. It is so nice, you guys. Ooh, this is good. They don't list lavender in this fragrance or in the Billie Eilish, but I smell an underlying tone of lavender. But this is definitely a vanilla gourmand forward fragrance. It is so good, you guys. And actually, it's better than Billie Eilish, if I must be true. It is better. So if you're in the market for, replenishing your Billie Eilish, or if you wanted to try the Billie Eilish Gold, you can go either way, because the Billie Eilish fragrance is not expensive. You can get it for less than $100. And this was less than $100. You can get this for like $45. And I think you can get the 30 ml of Billie Eilish for like $45. So again, this is Nebras Gold by Lattafa. So that concludes my fragrance haul for the month of September. All right, so let me know of any new fragrances that you purchased or fragrances that you plan to purchase. Even samples or decants, because that's the best way to do it. I did have 2 blind buys, because I blindly bought the Pink PP and I blindly bought the Gourmande Escapade. All the other fragrances I was able to go in store, or I had a frame of reference or some type of experience with the fragrance. So leave those comments below on the things that you bought or any questions that you may have about the things that I shared with you. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel, and do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.